Hello everyone, myself Heli Mehta, working as an assistant professor in computer engineering department at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Our subject is database management system. Our unit is 6, that is storage strategy. So first of all, what is database index? So indexes are special lookup table that the database search engine can use to speed up the data retrieval. So in database we are performing different operations, that is insert data in the database, retrieve the data from the database. So at the time of data retrieval, indexes are required. So database indexing in database is used to optimize the performance of the database by minimizing the number of disk access when a query is processed. So database index is a data structure that improves the speed of data retrieval operations on the database table. So on database we are performing different operations like insert data in the database, we are retrieving the data from the database, we are updating the data in the database. So the database index is a one type of data structure that is used to improve the speed of data retrieval. An index in a database is a very similar to an index in a book. So in book, if we want to find out any page, okay, so we are searching it in the index, and according to that topic we can find the page number, okay, and directly we open this page number and we find our data. Like this in database, if we want to retrieve some data, so we need the index, okay. So indexes are used to retrieve data from the database very fast, okay. The user cannot see the indexes, they are just used to speed up the searches and queries. The updating a table with indexes take more time than updating a table without indexes. So with indexes, if you want to update the table, it takes the more time. So for what is indexing? Okay, indexing is used to optimize the performance of the database by minimizing the number of disk access required when query is processed. Okay, so in a database, if we want to insert the data, we have to write the query, we have to update the data. When we want to update the data, we write the query. Okay, so indexing is used to optimize. Okay, optimize the performance means it makes the performance better of database by minimizing the number of disk access. Okay, so minimizing the number of disk access, the performance is first. The index is a type of data structure. Okay, it is used to locate and access the data in the database table quickly. So we are inserting data in the database and we are retrieving data from the database. Okay, so indexes are the required. Indexes can be created using some database columns. So here see in the diagram we have a two columns. It is the structure of index. Okay, so first column is a search key, okay, and the second column is the data reference. Okay, so search key is the first column of the database is a search key, okay, that contains a copy of the primary key or candidate of the table. So search key may be primary key or candidate key, and it must be in the sorted order. Okay, the value of the primary key are stored in a sorted order so that the corresponding data can be accessed easily. So this key is the primary key or candidate key, and second column is the data reference. The second column of the database is the data reference. It contains a set of pointers holding the address of the disk block where the value of the particular key can be found. Okay, so search key is the primary key or candidate key, and data reference contains the address of the disk from where we have to retrieve our data. So this is the concept of indexing. Now next is indexing method. So there are four types of indexing method. First is order indices, second is primary index. Primary index is further divided into two parts, that is dense index and sparse index. Next is clustering index, and fourth is secondary index. We will see first order index. So first is order index. Okay, as name suggests, order index. The indices are usually sorted in sorted form to make the searching fast. Okay, the indices which are sorted are known as ordered index. Suppose we have employee table. Okay, in employee table we have 1,000 of records of employees. Okay, and each of which have a 10 bytes long. Okay, if their ID start from 1 to 3 up to n, okay, and so on, we have to search employee with ID 543. Okay, now in the case of database with no index, we have to search the disk block from starting till it reaches 543. Okay, so if it is sequentially and we want to find the employee number 543, then we have to start from 1 and we have to search till 543, and in this time it takes more time. In the case of an index, we will search using indexing. Second is primary index. If the index is created on the basis of primary key, okay, then it is known as a primary indexing. These primary keys are unique to each record. As I explained earlier, primary key is always unique for every record and it contains one-to-one relationship between the record. As primary keys are stored in a sorted order, the performance of the searching operation is quite efficient. It is stored in a sorted order, so we can find our record easily. The primary index can be classified into two types. First is dense index and second is sparse index. So first is dense index. The dense index contains an index record for every search key value in the data file. It makes searching faster. So in dense index, if we have a suppose 50 records in one file, okay, then we have a 50 search key. Every search key value in the database, okay, for index for every search key value in the data file. So suppose we have a 50 records, then we have a 50 search key. In this, the number of records in the index table is same as the number of record in the main table. So according to data, we have a search key. See in the diagram, here we have a main table, here we have a roll number and name. Suppose we have a 10 records, 101, 102, 103, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here the name of the student. So in index table we have a 10 index. See, 101 is connected with 101. This column contains the pointer, okay, address. 102 connected with 102, 103 connected with 103, 4 to 4 and 10 to 10. So if we have a 10 records in table, then we have a 10 indexes. As I explained here, an index record for every search key value in the data file. So every record have a index, okay. It needs more space to store index record itself, okay. So it takes more space because every record have a index, okay. The index records have the search key and a pointer to the actual record on the disk. This is the search key. 101, 102, 103 is our search key and this is the pointer to record in the main table. Clear? In dense index, there is an index record for every search key value in the database. Okay, this makes searching faster but require more space to store the index record. Suppose we want to find out the record 105, so directly we can find out 105. Here we have a connection between index table and main table. Okay, but it takes more space to store the records. So searching is fast, but it takes the more space to store the records. In this, the number of records in the index table is same as the number of records in the main table. As I have explained here, this is 10121110. So in main table 10121110, both are same. Index records contain search key value and a pointer to the actual record on the disk. So in index table, two columns are there, that is the index record and this is the pointer to the actual record on the disk. Okay, this is the main table. So this concept is known as a dense index. So in dense index, an index entry is created in every search key value. So for every search key value, we have a index. Now in primary index, second part is sparse index. In the data file, index record appears only for a few items. Here we have a for all records. Here in sparse index we have a index record appears only for a few items. Okay, so suppose we have a 10 data in the database and we have a index for only 5 records. Each item points to a block. Okay, so block will be created. In sparse index, index records are not created for every search key, as I explained here. For every search key we have not index records. See in the diagram, here we have a total 10 records, that is 101, 102 up to 110. But in index table we have only 4 indexes. Okay, that is 101, 104, 107 and 110, and it connect with pointer to main table, that is 101, 104, 107 and 110. So this is one block, 101 to 103, 104 to 106, 107 to 110, and that is a single record, that is 110. This construction is known as a sparse index. In the index record appear only for a few items in the data file. Okay, it is only for few items. It requires less space. Okay, in dense we require more space. Here we have a less space, less maintenance overhead for insertion and deletion, but it is slower compared to the dense index for locating record. Okay, so in dense index, okay, we have a every search key have a index. Okay, so searching is very fast, but the more space is required. In sparse index we have a less memory or less space, but the performance is also slower as every search key does not contain the indexes. Okay, so but it is slower compared to the dense index for locating record. Now next is a clustered index. A cluster, as name suggests, cluster means group. Okay, a clustered index can be defined as an ordered data file. Okay, data are stored in an order. Sometimes the index is created on non-primary key columns which may not be unique for each record. Okay, so primary key is always unique. Okay, so if we are creating index on the primary key, the data is unique. Okay, sometime it may happen that we are created index on the non-primary key. Okay, non-primary key means data are not unique. Okay, in this case, to identify the record faster, we will group 2 or more columns to get the unique value and create index out of them. So we are creating here groups. Okay, this method is called a clustering index. Okay, the records which have similar characteristics are grouped together and indexes are created for this group. See in the diagram, here we have a 4 department: computer, electrical, EC and mechanical. Okay, so we have a 4 department and we put it in the index table. Okay, now we have a department and students name. Okay, the students who belongs to computer department are grouped in one group. Okay, the students who are belongs to electrical department are grouped together EC and mechanical. See here, so CE is connected with CE department. Okay, electrical is connected with electrical department, EC is connected with EC department, and mechanical is connected with mechanical department. Okay, now this is known as clustering. Okay, the records have a similar characteristic. Here Jians and Rajvi belongs to computer department, so their characteristic are same as they are belongs to same department. So we are here categorized according to departments. Okay, so same departments students are created in one group. Okay, so and indexes are created for this group. So Rajvi and Jians are categorized in the computer department and we are creating indexing for computer department. See here, CE is one index, electrical is one index, EC is one index and mechanical is one index. Okay, this type of cluster indexes is known as cluster index, in which the records have similar characteristics are grouped together and indexes are created for this group. Here we are created index for individual records, and in clustering index we are creating index for the group. Okay, now suppose in a company, suppose a company contains several employees in the each department. Okay, so there is one company and in this company there are multiple departments. Okay, and each and every employees belongs to some departments. Okay, suppose we use a clustering index where all employees with belongs to the same department ID are considered within a single cluster. Okay, and index pointers point to the cluster as a whole. Here department ID is a non-unique key. We use separate this block for separate cluster. See here we have a department ID that is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, suppose department 1, the employees who are belongs to department ID 1 are grouped in this. Here suppose the employees belongs to department 2 are grouped here. Okay, this is cluster 2, this is cluster 3, this is cluster 4, and this is cluster 5. Now we have a 5 clusters, and we are generating indexing for this group. The one is a first cluster, second is another cluster, third is another cluster, fourth is another cluster, and fifth is another cluster. So this is the indexing for group. Okay, and here we have a multiple employees in particular group. Okay, so this is known as clustered index. Now fourth is secondary index. In sparse indexing, as the size of the table grows, the size of the mapping also grows. Okay, these mappings are usually kept in the primary memory so that address fetch should be faster. The secondary memory searches the actual data based on the address got from the mapping. If the mapping size grows, then fetching the address itself becomes slower. In this case, the sparse index will not be efficient. Okay, as we have not index for each and every record, searching is slow. To overcome this problem, secondary index is introduced. In secondary indexing, to reduce the size of the mapping, another level of indexing is introduced. In this method, the huge range for the column is selected initially so that the mapping size of the first level becomes slow. See in that example, the each range is further divided into smaller range. Okay, the mapping of the first level is stored in the primary memory so that the address fetch is faster. The mapping of the second level and actual data are stored in the secondary memory in the hard disk, for example. Okay, see in the diagram, here we have a primary memory. Okay, so we have only 3 indexes, that is 100, 200 and 300, and in secondary level, that is hard disk, we have 100, 200 and 300, and now we store the data from 100, 110, 120 up to n. For 200 we store 200, 210, 220. Okay, so difference of 10. For 300 same like that. Okay, and after that see the partition 100, 101, 102 up to 110. Okay, for 120, 120, 121, 122 up to now 200, 201. Okay, so for 210 to 111, so more data are here. Okay, and we are divided in this manner. So 100, 200, 300, after that the difference of 10, 100, 110, 120. Okay, and here we have a single data. So this structure is known as a secondary index. So see in the example, if you want to find the record of 111 in the diagram, see here I have to find the record. This is 111. Okay, so for that, then it will search the highest entry which is smaller than or equal to the 110 in the first level index. So in the first level index, it search like that 111 is less than or equal to 111. So it will get 100 at this level. Here we have 100, 200 and 300. So first is 111 is compared with 100. Okay, so we find 100 over here. So it get 100 at this level. Then in the second index level, again it does maximum 111 less than or equal to 111 and gets 110. So see here we compare 111 with 100. Okay, so 111 we get over we get 100 over here. Okay, now in secondary level index we again compare one with this all data. Okay, and at that point we get 111 less than or equal to 111. Okay, so we compare our data with this and we get 110. Okay, here we get 110. Okay, after because we have a difference of 10. See here we have 100, here we have a 110, and our search key is 111. So at here we get 111. Now using the address 110, it goes to the data block and starts searching it record till it get 110. Now see here from here we get 100, so we came over 100 to here. Now in this point we get 110, okay, and our searching key is 111. So from 111 we get this data. So now from 110 to 120 we search the data sequentially till we get 111. This is how a search is performed in this method in secondary index. Now inserting, updating or deleting is also done in the same manner. This is the concept of secondary index. So we have a 4 indexing, that is order indexing, primary indexing, clustering indexing and secondary indexing. Thank you.